what's up? Welcome back to another video. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Vanessa. I'm here to sit down and film how I do my very minimal makeup look. So there is the whole like trend of how to do, or not even a trend, but I know I like to do sometimes like the no makeup but wearing makeup makeup look. But today I'm going to be doing the whole like very minimal product route. So of course you're going to tell or be able to visibly see that I'm wearing makeup on my face, but it's not going to be so much product, if that makes sense. So you will still be able to tell, of course, that I'm wearing product on my face, but it's still going to look very fresh but cute. You feel me? So if you are interested in that, then just keep on watching. So I'm going to skip altogether wearing foundation. So I already applied my Kate Somerville Exfoliate Glow Moisturizer. I've been loving this. I got this in a BoxyCharm last month, I believe. And then I applied my Ginseng Refreshing Eye Cream. This has like a peachy salmon color, which I'm running low, so I need to buy another one. But I like it because it does combat the dark circle situation. So I really like that moisturizer, under eye cream. That's what I meant to say. I really like it. I've been using it for a really long time, actually. So that brings me to say I'm going to be using my Brightening Peach Pixi color corrector. And the reason I'm going to be using this is because I want to use less product on the face as far as how much coverage I want to go about underneath that eye area. So really try to combat any dark circles. Another trick that I've been doing is applying it like on little areas where I've had blemishes and, you know, any dark spots on the skin, like any acne marks or maybe hyperpigmentation from sunspots, anything like that. I will apply on the face. I have a freckle there, but I just covered it. Usually I keep it. Actually, I'm gonna keep it because I like to show natural freckles on the face. But any dark spots that I may see, I go ahead and cover it with that color corrector to just combat any dark pigmentation. So let's leave it at that. You don't really have to blend those out yet because it's going to be kind of like a guide and you'll see what I'm talking about. I'm going to be using the Milani Conceal and Perfect Longwear Concealer. This is the shade 120. This is light vanilla. So I'm going to be applying a little bit underneath the eye. Kind of the same method with the two lines underneath the eyes as if I were using foundation. I'm going to pat that in with my sponge. So I do like to go in with a beauty blender versus a foundation brush application method because with the beauty sponge, you kind of get more like a diffused look. You can't really see where you stopped applying concealer because I am going to be using my concealer almost like a foundation, but not applying it all over the face. Okay, so I brought it up a little bit over the eye area right here to kind of combat any like veins. I can still see the veins peeking through my eyelid, but it's nothing like so intense where, you know, it just looks crazy up there with all the veins. My veins are pretty visible on my eyelids. And then I'm going to be going back with my concealer, and those little spots that I touched on with the color corrector are my guide to where I want to apply that concealer, if that makes sense. So you can kind of remember like what you want to conceal and hide. And this is going to now just even out the complexion. So you do want to use a concealer that's close to your skin color. I know for me personally, I have a lighter concealer, which is like for highlighting when I'm really having a full glam makeup look. And then I'm going in with a concealer that is close to my skin tone because you don't want it to look ashy or kind of odd on the skin. I'm going in with a lighter concealer. It will look kind of odd and funny, you know? And right here. Okay, so this is what the skin looks like. You can see that you can still see my freckles, which I'm okay with. You can see a little bit of redness where I didn't apply any concealer, but I'm really happy with how it looks because my complexion still looks even. Like it's way better than what we started with. So very minimal. If you need to apply more or in areas that you really are struggling with, go ahead and apply that concealer to those areas. There is no like too much. It's just not having that full foundation all over the skin, kind of suffocating the skin where it doesn't really need the coverage. Next, I'm going to be applying a cream bronzer. I'm going in with the e.l.f. Putty bronzer in the shade, I forgot the shade of this, but I'll list it down below because I have my order history, so I know what shade I picked up. But I'm going to be applying this concealer. We're done with concealer. This bronzer. And I like this bronzer because as affordable as it is, it's very pigmented and a little goes a long way. You could skip this step altogether because if you're trying to go for really minimal, you don't need the bronzer. It's personal preference. So here I'm just applying very little, only with whatever I grabbed on my brush initially, and I'm applying it on my cheeks. I'll brush it a little bit over the hairline, but nothing crazy. And then whatever's excess left on the brush, kind of just give it a sweep underneath that jawline. For blush, I like to go in with a powdered blush. I like to mix it up with cream and powder, bronzer, and cream blush. It just depends. This is a really good palette. If you have not checked out Alamar Cosmetics, they have really good bronzer palettes, and the blush palettes are really good. They have like 3 different colors schemes, selections. It's fair, light, and medium deep, I believe. So actually 4. Fair, light, medium, deep, I believe. Don't quote me on that. Maybe 3, but I think it's 4. So this is the light color palette for light skin. I'm going to go in with Corazon and Romantica. So I like how you get a peach, which is like totally my vibe. And then I love pink, girly. And then if you want something very nude and basic. So I'm kind of trying to make it more nude than what this pink color is. So that's why I'm going in with Romantica. Just mixing up the 2. So that goes for the blush. Put some on my nose, make it look a little bit more natural, if you will. But love that palette because you get very sleek packaging and you get your options, all 3 options in one. So let me take a sip of my juice. Doing like a whole green detox juice. I'm honestly just doing it for health reasons, but I love getting the nutrients and benefits from juicing. Like I really am obsessed. Love that. Okay, so moving on to brows. So I do need my clear brow gel when I'm applying any makeup look. Like if it's one thing in your makeup routine, I'm curious. Comment down below what is your like most needed product. Did I say that right? Your most wanted, like the product you need in your routine. I'm curious. Like for me, I think it'd be brow gel because I really like my brows to kind of stand out. I think brows and mascara are the 2 for me. I don't know. So let me know. So I know some people say blush, you know, you could do a lot with blush. So I totally feel you on that. For me, I think I just really like my brow products. I do. Moving on to eyes. So for the eyes, I do like to get a little something to the eyes. Not really spending much time, but I want the makeup look to have this minimal makeup look. I wanted to have a little something on the eyes, not having it so plain. So if you have yet not to try the 10-second liquid eyeshadow by Kosas, it's like a game changer. It's so effortless. It's really nice. It looks on the eyes. They have a bunch of shades and they're so good because they're liquid. You can hear that? Yeah, it's pure liquid, but as you shake it, it kind of, you know, you want it to kind of, it kind of separates, so you want it to go back together. But really nice. I like the applicator. Really good there. And then it's so easy to apply. You just apply straight to the eyelid. I like to kind of shape it where I want it. Oops, Got my lashes there. So pretty. Look at that color. This is like my favorite shadow, or like favorite shade I like to apply on the eyes when I want something but not so crazy intense and dark. So you just let it kind of sit on the eyes. It looks very wet. It feels really wet on the eyes, not gonna lie. But as it kind of just settles on the eye, you just kind of pat over it with your finger. And it blends itself out really easily, like this. At first you're like, whoa, this feels really wet. It's gonna be a hot mess. It's so wet feeling, you know? But it's really a dream to blend. Like, so easy. And you have time to work with. Like, you see how I have a little bit of time to work with it? It's not gonna just sit there and look like a hot mess. You definitely have wiggle room in how long you take to blend. I actually prefer letting it sit there a little bit. But look how pretty that is. You can definitely do like a quick little sweep of bronzer in the crease to make it really like dimension. But really, really pretty. Like, it adds just a little something to the eyes, but super quick. Super, super quick. Easy. Okay, I'm going to curl my eyelashes, and I'm going to be applying mascara. For mascara, I'm going to be using the Maybelline Lash Lift Falsies mascara. I always go back to this mascara. It's just so good. This is the wand. It's very nice. It's a natural brush. It's not like the rubber wand. I don't like that. So if you like rubber wands, this one might not be the one for you, but that's okay. This is one that I just really find myself going back to. So let me apply that. Alrighty, so I am back from applying mascara. I went ahead and went with the bottom lashes as well, and then I applied the ColourPop Cream Gel Liner in the shade Nocturnal. This is what it looks like. I know that in the past it's a nice, pretty chocolate brown. I like it because it's not so harsh as an intense black, so it doesn't make the eyes look just too harsh, like I said. I know I have talked to you about before the cream liner by the Raw Beauty Christie collab. This is in the shade Woodsy, which is really nice. It's just a lot lighter. So if you're into the whole lighter, that's a terrible swatch. If you're into a lighter brown, that's a good option too. Obsessed with both of them, just personal preference. I'm going to be totally optional, but I'm going to be applying the Kylie highlighter in Cheers Darling. I did have to check if they came out with this shade in her new like updated version, and she did. I was super happy about that. This is the shade Cheers Darling, so I'm going to swatch it here. I know I have before, but it's really comparable to, like I've mentioned, to the Becca Champagne Pop that everybody was obsessed with. So I'm going to swatch that for you right here so you can see the comparison. But if you ever run out of your Champagne Pop, you have something comparable to it. So Champagne Pop, Cheers Darling, really comparable. So just wanted to mention that because I know I have before, but in case you missed it. So just to add a little something to the inner corner, I will apply that with a little pencil brush. This is by Morphe, but any pencil brush will do. And last but not least, we need our lips done. So I go in with a lip liner. I like a pinky nude instead of my like really grungy, really like nude, like mid brown, nude brown type of shades. I like to go in with a pinky shade. This is one by Kylie. I just fill it in, but this is a shade. This is with like a lip kit. This is a shade Bear. There it is. Hey, I like that. Like, there it is. Yeah, anyways, lame joke. But this is the completed look. So I wanted to really quickly run down what I use on the face, which is very minimal. Like, if you've seen my tutorials, I can use a good amount of products. And I feel like this is pretty good. We did pretty good. So this is all we used. We used a palette blush, cream bronzer, color corrector. It's not necessary. I do because I have my dark circles. Of course, for the base and color correcting, a concealer, brow gel, mascara, and of course optional. But if you want a liquid shadow and some eyeliner, girl, I got you. That's what I used today. And then a lip liner for the lippy. So that is the completed look. I hope that you guys enjoyed this makeup tutorial. It's honestly for those girls that don't like to use a lot of product but still want to look put together, pretty, and glam. Like really, really nice minimal makeup. This makeup look is for you. I hope that you enjoyed. If you did, please don't forget to give it a like and a thumbs up so I know that you enjoyed this type of video. And also let me know in the comments down below what are your favorite products for the minimal, no makeup days. So that is it for me. Thank you guys so much for watching, and until my next video, I love you. Bye.